Hello, community. It's your boy Big E again. I need y'all to hit that subscribe button this time. Then watch the whole video. The like button if you like it. All right, peace. Greetings, y'all. This your boy Big E again with segment 4. Today's topic is going to be about bringing fists to knife and gunfights. Long time ago, way back in prison, a lot of guys, man, was fighting and wasn't even realize they was being stabbed. They thought it was punches to their bodies, right? And this kept going on a lot until eventually dudes from each side would pat these guys down before they go in the bathroom or whatnot, wherever it was that they fought. Pat them down because there was so much of that going on. Guys thinking that this is going to be a fist fight, and it ended up being a knife fight, knife play. You feel me? And a lot of people don't understand that, man. Knives kill just as easily as a bullet. You know what I mean? So a lot of guys, what they were doing, they were patting guys down before they go and squabble in the bathrooms or whatnot. And I'm talking about years ago. The shit way out of control now. But it had got so bad where they would pat them down, and that wasn't even enough. So eventually, any fool was fighting in prison, that's a thing of the past. They don't do that no more. It's straight knife play, bone crushers, and all that going down. So, but still, we have a lot of people, man. I'm talking about all races and nationalities and so-called street dudes. You see them on social media. They be in these damn convenience stores and these damn Walmarts, and they thinking they getting a fair one. And they showing these dudes getting gunned down. Dudes be having fender benders, jumping out mad as a mother and kicking these cars, and dudes jumping and pulling their stuff right on them. They got their guns right on them and knocking them straight down. Hey, man, what are you dudes thinking about? But I want to say something, and I want to add to that. Man, myself, I'll be out there and I'll be letting my temper get away with me. I'll be going back and forth sometimes with people, you know, and I have to catch myself. How do you know that this dude ain't strapped? You know what I mean? How do you know? You know what I mean? And it's so much, man. And I'll be seeing these dudes, man, they be popping and talking real hard, and like they miss the current events and yesterday's news. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But me included, I'll jump my ass out there, you know. And before I know it, I'm like, damn, nigga, you out here, you know, writing, you know, what's the fuck? But I just wanted to bring that to you guys' attention. Hey, man, it's a lot of, but that leads me right to the other part of my topic that I'm blending together. Hood demons. Do you know what a hood demon is? Every hood and turf has them. It's one or two crazy, bloodthirsty niggas from our hoods. Hey, man, they kill for nothing, right? And they don't lose no sleep, nor do they miss a meal. And they actually got more than half of their homies in the neighborhood scared to death of them. Everybody know who they are, and it's hard to you know, they can't. A lot of these dudes, man, they really can't think and function that well, right? They're not really rational thinking people who can make some sound decisions. But the ones that can't really talk to them, you know. And I'm going back into different eras, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who doing what, because after I got out, I got the fuck out of the way. You feel me? Because I can't afford to get mine fucked off because of what this motherfucker doing or what that motherfucker doing. You know, that goes against everything that I learned for them 20 that I was gone. So you got these guys, man, they out here you know, people saying, oh man, them motherfuckers is racist, or them man, we got racist motherfuckers in every group. That's hood demons, right? And these hood demons keep shit going, you know, in different battles between sets and neighborhoods, different ethnic groups, and we got racist people. We got racist blacks, we got racist Mexicans, we got racist white people. But the last thing I don't do, like I used to do in the past, is let a handful, if that much, spell out everything, you know, that or represent the whole group. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to allow those few people to represent the whole group, because everybody from that clique, that group, that organization, or that gang ain't racist. But they got to ride with these motherfuckers when they kick that shit off. And see, we don't have enough people, you know, some of us need to get off our asses and talk to some of these guys. Because some of these kind of demons, these kind of characters, these black-hearted motherfuckers, they got somebody that they fuck with, who they listen to. And a motherfucker got the, and I know it's not enough. I done seen them. But see, I'm going into another era. You know what I'm saying? When you know, when I used to see it. But I done sat around different, you know, with different dudes from every set and every group, clique, and organization. And they identify with me on this subject. You know, these black-hearted motherfuckers, man, they are, these black-hearted motherfuckers, man, these motherfuckers don't live long. A lot of them never get to come to prison. And it's just some type of spiritual thing. I don't know, you know, what causes it. You know, some of them, you know, they get pumped up. They riders. You know, every group, clique need riders, soldiers, or whatever you want to call them. And I sure miss mines. But the thing is, we can't let them get like that. You have to talk to these youngsters. You know what I mean? Because you know, when you know better and you ain't trying to breathe on a motherfucker to do better, well then you gonna get some of that. You gonna get those penalties from him as well. You know what I'm saying? When you got knowledge, when you have knowledge and you don't pass it on, it's a sin. That's what I was taught. And you gotta pass that knowledge on. You gotta curb that shit. And these hood demons, man, they go so far, man. I remember back in the day in the county jail, way back, when you could wear your Stacey Adams up in there, right? Your street shoes, right? And this was before 4800, the Crip module, or 4300, the Blood module. There wasn't no such module created yet for the Crips. They had a few little isolated, small, tiny ones. I think 3100 or 2800, something like that. But the thing is that before they did that, it was all black, damn near. It wasn't even that many Mexicans up in there, right? And it was predominantly black, right? And these guys would, man, I have never seen, you know, they talk about, you know, today a lot of us, man, a lot of dudes, man, they be pointing the finger at, you know, the numbers with the Mexicans and how they racist and how they handling niggas up in there, and you know what I mean? And, you know, now how they got the tanks separated. When you go into the CCB, criminal court building, they separate the Mexicans from the blacks and all this. Hey, man, I get it. All that's real. But I also want to point out that there was a time and era where it was, the majority was black up in there. And it wasn't no Crip or no Blood module. And these gangsters, man, and these dudes would be all through that motherfucking county jail. I ain't never seen any Mexican or any of them other people or whoever do more harm to us than we do to us. Even right now on these streets. And you know, you got people that have probably challenged this, what I'm saying, but do the math, man. Man, we more likely to die in the hands of another black dude than than a skinhead, than a Mexican, than anybody else. Statistically, we more likely to die in the hands of another black man than anybody else. And that's a sad fact, you know. And, you know, it's crazy, man, when a motherfucker be out there. I got to watch you harder than everybody. You know, when I'm in them streets, I got to watch that dude that looked like me in the mirror harder than anybody else. And that ain't cool, man. That ain't cool at all, you know. And nobody's talking about it. You know, they can get on there. But I'm going to tell you what they are talking about. They are talking about it in a negative way, because when you look at that shit and you see what's going on, that's what's going on. These niggas at each other, going at each other, hard than a motherfucker. I'm talking about selling death to each other. And you know, you look at all these motherfucking rappers that didn't left, you know what I'm saying, behind that same type of shit. That same type of shit. But I ain't gonna, you know, rattle your cage too. Yeah, man. Back to these hood demons though, man. When like and bringing fists to knife and gunfights. You know, you out here in these supermarkets and in these cereal sections, and you know, and your flip flops. You know, thinking shit is sweet, and it's a hood demon in the same aisle. You know what I mean? And you dudes, you know, y'all playing hard and y'all looking crazy, and motherfuckers be trying to speak to you and you're not speaking back. And man, you don't know what you're getting yourself into, man. You don't even know who the fuck you dealing with. We don't know who we dealing with out there, man. And a motherfucker got to be respectful out there, and a motherfucker got to be careful, because you know these type of motherfuckers, and they don't have no certain look. They can have pot bellies. They don't have to have no tattoos. They don't have to have any of that stuff. And you guys are jumping your ass out there, man, and y'all forgetting, hey, man, you know, we all been to these funerals where motherfuckers wasn't paying attention. But anyway, another group of hood demons we got to watch out for. They got them in the police department, in the LA County sheriffs, the sheriffs on the streets. I remember Lennox and Firestone. Man, these motherfuckers, man, a different era, but I don't know what's going on in this era, but it's not exempt from any era. You're going to always have them few motherfuckers out there who is on that type of time. You know what I mean? And you have to be careful, man. And you can't, you got to be careful. I'm telling you. I remember one time, man, the Firestone police pulled me and my big brother over, right, years ago. And that was the PCP days. I was off that Sherm, you know, that was my drug of choice, PCP, you know, angel dust, Sherm sticks, super cools, whatever you dip that PCP with, I'm smoking it. That's what I was on. So we got pulled over by Firestone and Lennox, right? And the motherfuckers got out the car, man, and had us standing up outside on the sidewalk. And them motherfuckers, man, staggered. That motherfucker staggered up on me and was asking me questions. And you could smell the fucking PCP reeking off of him. True story. You could smell the PCP reeking off of him, right? And I was like, damn. And he was talking, well, you got your ID. And I'm talking about, man, this motherfucker was high as a kite. You know what I'm saying? So, luckily for us, the motherfucking, they got a call on a radio, right? And they pushed off. But I'm saying, ain't nothing out there with authority or hood authority that's not contaminated with real dark-hearted motherfuckers amongst them, you know. So, you know, when y'all out there walking around in these, or shopping, or in the convenience store, man, don't forget, man, a motherfucker is going to get the motherfucker that bite. And if you ain't strapped, you know what I'm saying? And even if you is strapped, is that what you want? You ready to get you a body? That motherfucker should just be to protect yourself, and you should walk around respectfully and not have to use that. Because I swear, man, I was raised up with some of these motherfucking demons. And I'm telling you, they like people, certain type of people. You know, they like motherfuckers that respect them. So be respectful out there. And I'm going to end that, you know, and we're going to, you know, I'll see y'all at segment 5. You know, like, comment, subscribe, and come back. All right.